Hello everyone, this is Seluxus here with my first Master Duel video. So this is going to be about what I think is one of the most viable and cheapest decks in the entire game. Now, as a whole, of course, Master Duel is already a super extremely free-to-play game. You know, you can get just from all of the gems and everything, all the resources the game gives you from the very beginning, just being a new player, you can grab any top tier competitive deck list from recent tournaments. You can make it card for card for completely free. But if you don't want to spend your gems or your more valuable tokens, your ultra rare tokens, super rare tokens, if you don't want to use those on anything yet, but you still want a deck that can actually compete at some level, more than just the basic structure decks that you get for free, and that's what I'm going to show you here. So the deck itself is Phantasm Spirals. So the reason I say it's so budget friendly is because the actual deck itself does not have a single card above our rarity. And I was really surprised to find that. And I know of this deck because I used to, I've played it a lot in TCG before, and it's really fun, and as you can see, super cheap. Just the core of the cards that you want here, the only card in the main deck that's a super rare is Unexpected Dai, which you get for free anyways from the solo duels. So Phantasm Spiral is based around normal monsters. So that's why we have the normal monsters here, and even the boss monster of the deck, Phantasm Spiral Dragon, is a neutral rarity or normal rarity. So what does this deck do? So we have the field spell, which kind of is what the whole deck is centered around. Pacifist the Phantasm City. You cannot normal or special summon effect monsters, but once per turn, if you normal or special summon a normal monster, add a Phantasm Spiral card from your deck to your hand. And then if your opponent activates a card or effect, so this is during either player's turn, and you control no tokens, special summon a 2000 attack, 2000 defense water token. So the second effect of Phantasm of City does trigger the first effect. So you play the field spell, and then when your opponent activates an effect, you summon your token, search for a Phantasm Spiral card. Now, what are the Phantasm Spiral cards? The main one that you're going to be wanting to search is this one, Phantasm Spiral Battle. If all monsters you control are normal monsters, at least one, target a card your opponent controls, destroy it. If Umi is on the field, you can activate this card from your hand. Pacifist, the Phantasm City, is always treated as Umi. So this is a searchable hand trap. And all you have to do is control a normal monster, which you can get from the field spell, just from a token. So play the field spell, your opponent activates a card effect, special summon a token, search Spiral Battle, and now you can destroy a card your opponent controls. Another one that you may want to search is Phantasm Spiral Power. This one, same clause, but this one is targeting an effect monster your opponent controls. It loses 1000 attack and defense, and its effects are negated. So another searchable hand trap. This one just negates the monster's effect. So one that destroys, one that negates. And the other Phantasm Spiral cards are all equip spell cards. Each one gives you a slightly different effect, but each one has a way to summon this card from your deck. So, and of course all of these are searchable from the field spell Pacifist. So we have Phantasm Spiral Crash. If the equipped monster attacks a defense position monster, inflict piercing, and when it inflicts battle damage, special summon Phantasm Spiral Dragon from your hand, deck, or graveyard, and equip it with this card. Then you can change one attack position monster your opponent controls to defense position. So say you have Megalomasher X. You equip this to it, attack a defense position monster, which you will see a lot of face-down defense position monsters in ranked, especially early on. Attack a defense position monster, inflict piercing, special summon Spiral Dragon, and Spiral Dragon can now attack with piercing, and because of this card's effect, you switch another monster to defense. Phantasm Spiral Grip, personally my favorite one. It gains 500 attack, so your Spiral Dragon goes up to 3,400 attack, Megalomasher to 2,500, same with the token from Pacifist, 2,500 attack. When it destroys a monster by battle, you special summon Phantasm Spiral Dragon and then equip it with this card. So you go Megalomasher, attack for 2,500, special summon Spiral Dragon, attack for 3,400. And you can use multiple of these in one turn. So if you have both of these equipped to the same Megalomasher and you destroy a monster by battle and inflict battle damage, you can special summon 2 Phantasm Spiral Dragons and equip these to it. And then the trap cards have graveyard effects that I'll get to here in just a second. The last equipped spell, Phantasm Spiral Wave. The first time it would be destroyed by battle each turn, it's not destroyed. At the end of the battle phase, if it battled, special summon Phantasm Spiral Dragon, equip it, and then your opponent discards a card. So all of these have their own unique effects. They're highly searchable with the field spell, so you can really just grab whatever one out of the deck that you need in any given situation. Now the trap cards, their graveyard effects are really good. So Phantasm Spiral Battle says you can banish this card from your graveyard, target a normal monster you control, equip that normal monster with all Phantasm Spiral equipped spell cards you control that can equip to it. So in a case like I was explaining earlier with Megalomasher X, and you have 2 different equip spells to it, you trigger both of them, summon 2 Phantasm Spiral Dragons, each equipped with their own equip spell. You can activate this to equip both spells to 1 Spiral Dragon, and it's boosted up even more. And you can activate this multiple times per turn. So if you have multiple Spiral Battle in your graveyard, which usually you will, you can, in one turn, you can switch all of your equip spells from one monster to the next to get as much damage as possible. And then Spiral Power, you can banish it from your graveyard and equip a Phantasm Spiral equip spell from your hand or graveyard to that normal monster. And because both of these are trap cards as well, they can activate in your graveyard on your opponent's turn as well. So you can catch your opponent off guard with that by unexpectedly equipping Grip to him, where it gains 500 attack. They may not account for that extra 500 attack. You know, they might attack into Spiral Dragon with a Blue Eyes, and then you boost it up to 3,400. So all of those are pretty fun and really good. The last card that I have here is Fists of the Unrivaled Tenyi. When a spell, trap card, or monster effect is activated while you control a non-effect monster, negate the activation. So this is just a Omni-Negate counter trap for normal monsters. This is very, very important here because the Phantasm Spiral cards have a monster negation, but no spell or trap card negation. So this being here really helps with that, and it's only a rare card. The second effect does come into play sometimes. If this set card is destroyed by an opponent's card effect, special summon a non-effect monster from your extra deck. And that's why we want a copy of Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. This is a non-effect monster. It's just literally a big beat stick. A big beat stick that you can equip your spiral equip spells to. So equip Grip, now you have a 5,000 attack monster. Equip this one, can't be destroyed by battle, and it does piercing. So you can kind of see the main deal with the whole deck. Unexpected Dai, of course, we really want that because it can just special summon Megalomasher from your deck, and it's a free card. You get it from the solo missions. The extra deck, it doesn't really matter at all. I just have some random neutral R cards. The only SR, UR cards in here are ones that you get from the structure deck. But with this deck, you're really not going to be using your extra deck very much at all, because for your Phantasm Spiral cards, they only work if you have no effect monsters. So obviously this isn't a complete deck, this is just showing what this deck is about. Now I'll show you an actual deck that I have here. So this is one with all cards that I do own. You can run, so you can definitely up the price a little bit, and this is why I like this deck a lot, because the main core for it is all neutral, all normal, all rares, no super rares, no ultra rares, unless they're free, but you can upgrade it with cards that you probably already have from playing in other decks. Hand traps especially, Max C, Ash Blossom, Infinite Impermanence. These cards that you will have in other decks already, you can throw in here. Really good draw cards, Pot of Desires. Card of Demise is phenomenal in this deck. Since you draw until you have 3 cards in hand, for the rest of the turn you can't special summon, but you don't really need to special summon. Skill Drain, amazing. You never run any effect monsters, so Skill Drain just it only affects your opponent. I would definitely get 3 copies of Skill Drain for that. Let's see. I have Tenyu Spirit Adhara and Gemknight Garnet, specifically because both of them are Earth monsters. So if I was really desperate, I have the possibility of going into Naturia Beast to negate spell cards. Like I said, this deck has a problem dealing with back row and non-monster effects, so having that can help. Of course, it will turn off your Phantasm Spiral trap cards, but like I said, it's just for being desperate. Like I said, the extra deck just doesn't really matter at all. Now, the absolute optimal way to play this, from what I can see, is like this. So I'm missing quite a few of the cards for this version of it, but this just shows you can really customize this in a lot of different ways. Of course, you'll want a terraforming to search for Pacifist, also a Metaverse. There we go. Metaverse, also amazing because Pacifist activates during your opponent's turn, so Metaverse does not hinder you at all, the fact that it's a trap card. Heat Wave, at the start of your main phase, activate this. Neither player can normal or special summon effect monsters until your next draw phase. It doesn't hurt you at all because you don't play any effect monsters. It only hurts your opponent. For most people, this just completely shuts down their deck entirely. There's nothing they can do about it. Pot of Duality. It has this restriction of Card of Demise where you can't special summon, but you don't need to special summon during your turn. The only time you're ever really special summoning is with Pacifist during your opponent's turn. But that's really good for pulling cards out of your deck. Pot of Prosperity, this is one of the reasons why I say your extra deck doesn't really matter at all, because you can run things like this, banish 6 cards from your extra deck, and it's similar to Pot of Duality in its effect. I would definitely just grab 3 copies of Ultimate Dragon just to make sure you don't banish it with Pot of Prosperity. But that's a rare card, so it's perfect. And then and then of course the third skill drain for that. Daigusto Emerald, this one I will mention, if there's any extra deck monster that you do run, this is probably it. Because it does have built-in synergy with, with non-effect monsters. Because you can target one in your graveyard, special summon it. That does trigger Pacifist to add a Phantasm Spiral card to your hand. This time you'll probably want to grab an equip spell since your trap cards are turned off by the fact of you having an effect monster. But if you run the Tenyi, some of the Tenyi cards that I don't have, specifically the non-effect ones, maybe. Okay. So if you wanted to play some Link monsters, you can do something with the Link climbing you can activate your Daigusto Emerald, special summon your non-effect monster. If you could do something with Link summoning, you just want to get the Daigusto Emerald off the field. You can use Berserker of the Tenyi, which has 3,000 attack, and you can equip your Spiral cards to it. But I wouldn't really go with that route. Daigusto Emerald, just if you're desperate, if you want to get some damage on the board. But for the most part, you'll pretty much stay away from your extra deck. So that's all for that. Just showing you what the deck is about. I'm going to go ahead and go duel with it. So I'm currently Silver Tier 1. If I win 2 more, I'll go to Gold Tier. So let's see if I can get to Gold with Phantasm Spiral. So this is the second version of the deck that I showed you, the one that has the Materia Beast, but I don't really see myself playing it too much. So this is definitely a going first deck, since you have built-in disruption during your opponent's turn. Alright. Also, Megalomasher, since it's a dinosaur, if you have Fossil Dig, you can also play that as an additional way to search it. But with Unexpected Dai and the field spell, I really don't see any huge need for getting additional ways to get to Megalomasher. So we didn't open up with our field spell this time, or any of the trap cards, which is unfortunate. I may even want to bring, the monster count down a little bit. Yeah, that hurts. Alright. What can I summon from here? Oh, Link Spider. Nah. Alright, somehow I'm still alive. Oh, now we get the Maxine. Great. Alright, so what we can do, just because we're a little desperate, we can go into Link Spider. To special summon Garnet. And we can tribute summon Phantasm Spiral Dragon. Now, I'm pretty sure we just lose right now because he can use this card to burn mate to death, and he could just attack over this. But doesn't mean we're going to give up. Oh, that's very helpful. Did my deck, like, not get shuffled? Like, I literally drew the first 5 cards in the deck. Garnet, Masher, Masher, Spiral Dragon, Spiral Dragon. So I'm pretty sure my deck just didn't get shuffled. Alright, so that one was unfortunate. And it's definitely telling me that I really need that terraforming and the metaverse, just so I can make sure I get to the field spell a lot more often. Oh, there we go. That's a spicy hand. So we can go with the field spell, summon Masher, field spell will activate, and we're gonna not get Ash Blossom. Cool. So we'll grab Battle, set, and then we can go Card of Demise, draw 3, or get Ash Blossom, which I hope we do because we don't really need this Card of Demise to go off, so my opponent having one less card in their hand is actually helpful for us. Right. So now I'll go ahead and equip these to Masher. And we have the Phantasm Spiral Battle set, so we can activate that during their turn to just destroy a card. We can also use Pacifist when they activate a card effect to either add another Spiral Battle or the other one, I forgot what the name was, but the one that negates monster effects. So essentially we have 2 disruptions set up here. This thing cannot be destroyed by battle, and if it does battle, I can get the Spiral Dragon from the deck. Okay. So this is actually good. I'm going to go ahead, or was that a quick effect? It is. Okay. So I know what to do. So once we're going to wait until they summon the Verte before we activate either of our traps. Once they summon the Verte, we can chain Phantasm Spiral Battle to try and destroy her. She's going to chain her effect to negate my cards, and then I chain my other Phantasm Spiral card that negates the monster effects, chain that to her negation to negate her negation, and then she'll be destroyed, and then my opponent should just pass right there. I know that was kind of convoluted, but... So we summon a token, and then we search for power. That's what it is, Phantasm Spiral Power. Or they're just going to go straight to the battle phase, which is fine with me. Go ahead and activate battle to destroy that. Honestly, though, a smarter choice would have been to activate power so we could save battle and just have them crash into this and self-destruct, but this is fine. Perfect. All right, cool. Right. So for this to trigger, all we need is for this to battle. It doesn't even need to battle an opponent's monster specifically. It can just battle. And what we can do is spiral battle in the graveyard, can re-equip it to the other one. So I believe I should be able to activate Spiral Battle to re-equip Wave to the other, or to the token, and then at the end of the battle phase I should be able to summon both Spiral Dragons. Let's see. Okay, nope, just one. Maybe. Oh, okay. Oh, duh. I forgot that was part of this card's effect. When he summoned, my opponent discards a card. And then pass effects activates, allowing me to search for a Phantasm Spiral card so I can grab another copy of Battle. And I'm back to having 2 disruptions, and now I can activate both of them in my hand. If they have anything they can special summon, I can go with Max C to get some more card advantage. Alright, I'm going to save battle. So they set a card, so if I can get the... oh, that's not too helpful. If I could get the equip spell that does piercing damage, that would be really good. But we don't really need it. We'll just go ahead and activate battle to destroy their face down. And then they should just be open. I'm going to set impermanence here. And we should just win. Perfect. So that duel definitely went much better than that first one. So hopefully you're starting to see the potential behind the Phantasm Spirals, how they can just kind of disrupt your opponent, and then when it comes back around your turn, they can just hit with a lot of damage. So hopefully this will be the last duel of the stream. This should allow us to rank up to gold, and then I'll go ahead and end the video here. Perfect, I'm going first. This deck can definitely do going second, since the trap cards can be activated from your hand if you have Pacifist. But if you don't have pacifist and you only have the traps, it doesn't really work that well. So going first is definitely best with this deck. We'll grab... Because I know we'll be able to grab one of these during my opponent's turn. But neither of these are once per turn. So you can destroy multiple cards per turn if you have multiple copies of those. So I'll grab Power, and then when my opponent activates a card effect, then I'll grab a second Battle, and then there's 3 disruptions right there. Plus I have Max C for them special summoning. So this is pretty good. And then when it comes back around my turn, I'll most likely get a normal monster I can summon, or I'll just draw one of the equipped spells, and that can help me get to the Phantasm Spiral Dragon. Oh, this is fantastic! Blackwing special summon a lot, so we're going to draw a lot of cards. Unless they bricked. Okay. The only thing that's scaring me right now is this back row. I'm not sure what that is. That's probably what I'll target with Phantasm Spiral Battle. We got Pacifist to summon a token to search for our second battle. And just remember, in this duel so far, other than Max C, every single card that I'm using here is under SR. Okay, I'll go ahead and activate Max C here. We'll turn toggle back to auto. Perfect. Go ahead, Synchro Summon. I dare you. If they go into Onimaru, I think that might be a problem. Onimaru, is it just protection from targeting, or is it from destruction only, or also targeting? Because if it's targeting, it's not too big of a problem, because I can use Power, negate its effect, and then Battle to destroy it. But if it's targeting as well, maybe, yeah. That's skill drain. That would have been good going first. But if he does have Onimaru, and he does summon an Onimaru, this is definitely a way around that. He is just really trying to play through the Max C. Okay, that's a problem. But it's not a quick effect or on summon, so I can just destroy this before it can destroy any of my cards. Just like that. And then most likely is going to go into battle phase or synchro summon again. Full Armor Master. I forgot you're a thing. Unaffected by other cards' effects. Shit. I really forgot that was a thing. I mean, the good thing is, though, it doesn't really work too well against my deck since I don't activate monster effects. So, really, it's just a matter of I need Spiral Dragon to be bigger than him. Which I'm sure I'll be able to get Spiral Dragon out on my next turn with all these cards in my hand. Going for damage. That's fine. Alright. Go ahead and use Battle to destroy this face down card. What was it? Oh, I'm so glad I got rid of that. That Solemn Judgment out of here. Unexpected Dai. Okay. Okay, I have a way around it. What I can do, since I don't have any effect monsters, I can special summon Adhara. Then I can normal summon Phantasm Spiral Dragon. And then Pacifist activates. Right? Oh, I can't. I didn't read. I'm so bad at this game. Okay. I forgot you. So, don't make the same mistake I did. You cannot use Pacifist if you special summon a monster. I'm going to set Impermanence because that can negate the effect of Black Whirlwind during his turn. Also set it here. Go with Skill Drain. I have a way to get around everything except for this thing. But I'll just have to attack over it. So I can... All I need is Spiral Dragon on the field and then get Spiral Wave Crash. And that will boost his attack up to 3,400, and then I can just attack over it. But until then, there's not really anything I can do about it, but there's also nothing else he can do without me stopping him. But I'm going to allow some of it to go through. That way I can trigger the Max C and get a couple draws out of that. And that can help me get to where I'm able to beat over the full armor. That does remind me of another of a card that I actually kind of need in this deck that I forgot about. Armory Call. That's a trap card that lets you basically equip an equip spell from your deck to a card you control. So then, if I had that, I could just wait until he's attacking into Spiral Dragon and just destroy it by battle. Okay, Card of Demise. Not too helpful when I have a full hand, but I won't have any monsters for long, so then I can use Unexpected Dai, get a card, search, And then I can use Crash. Okay. Okay, I see what I need to do. So all I need to do is keep a second monster on his field, other than full armor. Oh yeah, I forgot about this. I can search for... do I want... Oh, well, I can't get another battle. So this is the one that I need to boost his attack. But also, it would really help if I got Wave to protect from battle, equip both of them to a monster, attack into it, and then summon Dragon, attack again, and then I got it. But between the two, Grip is definitely the more important card. But with that, I will go ahead and... Yeah, I'll go ahead and activate Skill Drain, because we pretty much have everything that we need. We don't want him to extend too much more than this. What would be absolutely wonderful is if he just went to his battle phase, destroyed my monster, and passed. But that's not what's happening. Cool, give me another draw. I don't think I have any more targets for Unexpected Dai anymore, which is unfortunate. Unless I have Garnet. Yeah, I should still have another Garnet. That's going to be negated. Oh, okay. That's unfortunate. Once per turn, so you can take control of my monster. I'm going to negate that. I don't like that effect. I hope he can't activate it again. No, okay. So if that effect went off, it would have equipped or attached web counters to both of these, and then he could have stolen my Spiral Dragon. And we don't want that. So that's why I wanted to negate that. Go for... Okay, can't do a Synchro Summon. So yeah, I think we got this. Oh, Link Summon. Duh. Oh, was that a tuner? I didn't see which one of those was a tuner. Okay, so he can destroy both of my monsters, but that does not matter at all. But something funny I can do, I can actually protect one of them. Which I'm actually going to go ahead and do because that's going to gain its attack back. So drops them to 1600, and they'd already declared the attack. Okay. I should have read, but it's okay, because it's still under skill drain. Oh, okay. What equip spells do I have in the graveyard? No, oh, from the hand as well. Huh. I forgot about that. Power lets me equip an equip spell from my hand to a monster I control. Oh, perfect. This is great. So I got it. So I will summon Megalomasher. search. It doesn't really matter what I search for, but I'll grab the power just in case. We want to... We'll go ahead and activate impermanence. Do we really need to, though? No, we don't. So we want to equip Grip, which will boost its attack. Then equip Wave, so it cannot be destroyed by battle. Actually, yeah, we'll go ahead and activate Impermanence. Even though it's not going to do anything, it's just clearing out this space here. I can activate Power, reduce its attack by 1,000, so that I can attack it. And since I inflicted battle damage, I can activate Grip to special summon this from my deck. It is now higher than that thing, so I can attack into it. And if I want to, I can banish battle from my graveyard to equip all equipped spells to him, as well as power from my graveyard to equip Crash. Come on. There it is. So, this dragon is now equipped by all of the equipped spells. Oh, I should have activated Crash's effect. But that's okay. And we can activate Wave to summon Spiral Dragon. So we still have Skill Drain on the field, so he still can't, and he had to discard his card from Wave. Oh, this is so fun. So I still have Skill Drain active. These three, I have an Infinite Impermanence set if I need to. I don't think there's anything he can do to come back from this. I mean, the only problem here is my back row is a little clogged, but I shouldn't really need it. Yeah, perfect. Go ahead and summon Megalo. Have our last Crash. We are down to 3 cards left in our deck. Oh, that's funny. So what's cool here is I can attack with Spiral Dragon, and then I can attack with this Spiral Dragon, but just in case I needed to, I can banish battle to change all the equipped spells to him, so he gains the attack boost instead. So even if I didn't have quite lethal there, I can deal extra damage with that. And that brought me to gold tier. So that's the Phantasm Spiral deck. Obviously, it's not the most competitive deck ever. Like I said from the very beginning, you can make really competitive decks for free, but this is just something if you want the absolute cheapest of the cheap, but still something very viable. And of course, you can just upgrade it as you need to. Like I was showing here, taking out the Tenyi is definitely a good idea since it clashes with the Pacifist. I wasn't thinking about that before. Heat Wave, definitely a must-have. Just completely shuts your opponent down entirely. If you do play Heat Wave, I would even maybe take out Max C, because Max C and Heat Wave together won't really do anything. Maybe take out Max C, add Ash Blossom instead. Pot of Prosperity, definitely a lot better than Pot of Desires. I just obviously don't have Pot of Prosperity. Duality, also amazing, because you're not going to be special summoning anyways because of Pacifist. But the third skill drain, also really good. And if you want to trim it down a little bit to get it down to 43 or to 40 cards, of course you can. So there's a lot of different ways to play the deck. A lot of things you can do. Oh, and real quick, for the Pot of Prosperity, you need more cards in your extra deck. I only have 2, but this is just because the other 13 cards can literally be anything you want, because they're not going to matter because you're not going to use them. You're only using them. You're basically only using your extra deck for Prosperity and Fists of the Unrivaled Tenny. That's it. So that makes the deck even cheaper because you don't have to use any tokens to craft extra deck monsters, and those tend to be the most expensive cards, is cards that go to the extra deck. But anyways, I'm rambling a lot. This has already been a super long video. I appreciate you all for still being here if you are. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe if you want to see more Master Duel content. I'm going to make more going forward, and more YouTube videos in general as well. Leave a like if you liked it. Leave a comment if you have any feedback or anything whatsoever. I would love to hear any feedback you have. This is Soluxus. Have a great day.